Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's a snowy day here. Actually, we had snow yesterday. It's still here, kind of a slushy mess out there. And so it's kind of a great day to be here in my craft room, just kind of playing around with some of the new product from the January to April Stampin' Up! Mini catalog and celebration. It's just an amazing. So I'm going to play with a couple of new products today, along with my sketch, which I always share on Tuesdays. I'm a little bit earlier than normal because I do have to head out to a meeting, but thought I would jump on. I love doing sketches, and so I hate it when I have to miss them. So I always kind of readjust the schedule if I can to do this sketch. Hey, Crystal, welcome. So today I'm going to use the Everyday Details bundle, which is quickly, I think I say this a lot, quickly becoming one of my favorites. Every time I start playing with it, and you're probably like this too, when you start playing with something, you realize how fun it is or how pretty it is. And in this case, I love the images in the Everyday Details stamp set and absolutely love the dies that come with it. They don't coordinate. They are kind of a standalone set of dies, but I absolutely love them. And I'm going to coordinate them with the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper that you can get for free during celebration. So if you purchased the Everyday Details bundle, you could add on this Flight and Airy paper for free during celebration. And this is the one, this is the stamp set, or this is the bundle we're using with the my all occasion stamp stack in February. So this is the February bundle that I'm using. So if you're interested in that stamp a stack, registration is open for that now. Okay, let's switch over and I'll show you the sketch. So it's kind of, in some ways a basic sketch. The card base is either 5.5 by 8.5 or 4.25 by 11. Layer number 1 is 4 inches by 5.25. And then layer 2, which is this green layer, is 1.5 by 4. The circle, I said 2 3/8 by 2 3/8 because I'd planned to use my circle punch, but I have discovered that this die, which is from the Everyday Details, cuts out an exact 2 3/8 inch circle. But whatever circle you've got will and can fit. And then a sentiment. I said 3/4 of an inch by 2, but as usual, whatever sentiment fits for you, I would go ahead and use. Okay, let me show you. Now, let me take this out because I get a big glare. I already have glare from the lights, but this is the Everyday Details stamp set. And then these are the dies. So I just love these images. Particularly, I love this. I've been playing with this. Hey, Pam. And then the sentiments are so nice. So it could be, just because. So making every day a little, you make every day a little brighter, overjoyed for you in this new journey. So that would be great in retirement or somebody in a new job or graduation even. And then this one, wishing you so much joy on this special day, I'm going to use today. So really lovely images, sentiments, and then these dies. Oh my gosh, these dies are to die for. So you have rectangles in different sizes, 4 different rectangles. This one will cut out a frame if you wanted to. So you can cut a piece of cardstock, just slightly bigger than this die, and layer it or put the die on, cut it out, and you would end up with this lovely frame with these dots, the stitched dots, and then a separate piece cut out of the middle because there's a cutting line on there. And then this one will cut just a rectangle, as will this one. And then this little one in the middle, which I haven't used yet, is a small rectangle, great for labels, sentiments, and it's got just tiny little stitched line on it, dotted stitched. Okay, those are the rectangles. Love those. Oops, where are they all? There they are. And then you have some circles. So the same, this one is the one I showed you, cuts a 2 3/8 inch circle, dotted circle. And then this would be around the outside. So if you got a bigger circle, you'd need I don't know, probably maybe one of the deckled rectangles circles would fit. So you could do a circle frame as well. And then a larger circle, smaller circle, and then the smallest one. 2 lines of dots that you could create some shapes or a border. And then this cool one that I used the other day on a card, if you watched, where I created kind of a diamond edge and I intertwined it. So it's really cool. I love, love, love these dies. And they're going to be, I know they're going to be used for lots of things in my craft space. Okay, so what did I cut out to use? Well, let's see. I am going to use boho blue, making a wedding card. So this is boho blue, and I've cut it 4 1/4 by 11. And then I cut out a piece. I'm using the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper. Isn't this stunning paper? Oh my gosh. All birds that you could fussy cut if you wanted to, but just so pretty. So this is where the boho blue and bubble bath have come from for my card. Oh, thanks. So I've cut this 4 inches by 5 1/4. Let's burnish this first. So fold into the mountain as always and burnish it with your bone folder. And then this piece will layer on like this. It's kind of a shame to cover up my birds there, but I'm going to. So then I've got a piece of bubble bath that is 1 1/2 by 4. And then I cut out of boho blue the circle. So this is that double dotted circle frame die that I talked about. So I've used the inner one, and of course my little dots didn't all poke out, so we'll just poke those out. My take your pick tool comes in handy as always for this kind of thing. There we go. Oh, now I got all these little dots all over. Okay, so that's going to go on like that, and then of course I'll figure out the sentiment. As always, I probably will fussy cut a sentiment, and then I've got a piece for the inside of the card. But I'm going to do some stamping first. So I'm going to use this nest. I absolutely love this nest. And while I'm at it, I might as well get my sentiment out. I guess I don't need that one. There we go. Okay. So tuxedo black memento. Like that. Oh, isn't that cool? Just love, 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 love. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of, let's see, what will I use? Pecan pie, boho blue. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to use. All right, so I'm going to use a little bit of pecan pie. Actually, I need a green here. So let's use, I think I'm going to use Lost Lagoon. I just really want, they're really tiny leaves, so I'm just going to kind of color the leaves. This is the light Lost Lagoon. No blending here, just coloring. So you could use a marker. I always grab for my blends. I do not find that the glass mat is static. They wipe off pretty well. I tend to use a baby wipe or the cleaner cloth that comes with it. So if you haven't seen this new Glass Studio, it's called Glass Mat Studio. It's part of if you sign up as with Stampin' Up! During Celebration, you can get this glass mat as well as this. You have to wet this. It comes damp, but it dries out. So you wet it. I've used Stampin' Mist on it or just water. And then you get this silicone kind of matte tray. You can do some mixing of colors. It just kind of is beside mine, and it kind of keeps things organized, sort of, beside my workspace. But you could get this if you wanted to sign up during celebration. It's really cool. I love my glass mat. It cleans up so nicely. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to color my nest. The word was escaping me. Nest. Now I'm going to cut this out. You could use a one of the dies that come, the circle dies, or you could use a punch. But I tend to. It's just quick for me. I don't know. I find it quick to. Now I'm not going to do any blending. I'm not going to use the dark. I think that's good enough. Now I'm going to use the light boho blue and just add a little bit of blue to my eggs that are in the nest. And then, if I can find it, I'm going to take some Wink of Stella. Now, I've said this before, I find the Wink of Stella moves ink around depending on the ink. It does not seem to move the blends around. So if you wanted to, I'm just kind of blending it. And then I'm going to take my, oh, this says dark balmy blue, not light balmy blue. There it is, light. Okay, then I'm going to take my balmy blue light and I'm just going to kind of go over it just really lightly. I could have done this first, but I kind of like the effect when you do it over top of the Wink of Stella. You probably can't, oh, maybe you can see that. You get a bit of a mottled look to it if you do that, as opposed to, they cover so nicely if you just color with blends, but I find you get that bit of mottled look if you color over your blend, or color over Wink of Stella with your blends. And it's probably the alcohol and whatever the solvent is in the Wink of Stella. But I kind of like that effect, especially for eggs that probably aren't perfectly colored. These are kind of, they're not quite the right color for robin's eggs, but let's go with that. So I'm just kind of fussy cutting. Like I said, if you wanted to, you could punch this out or use one of the die cuts, but I kind of like just the shape of this when it gets cut out on top of that circle. Not really, like I said, I say this a lot. When I'm fussy cutting, I'm steering with the hand that's holding the paper, and I'm not really worried about whether I've got exactly the same amount of white showing around the image or not. I mean, I kind of like to keep it close, but if it's not, yeah, that's okay too. There we go. So there is my egg. That's going to go on like that. Now you can take and fussy cut some of these birds if you wanted to and put a bird on there, but I'm actually not going to do that because I've got the birds on the background. So we'll take and adhere this down. I do have some, I grabbed some bubble bath ribbon. So I probably will put some of that on. That's from the sheer ribbon combo that comes in bubble bath, lemon lolly, and what's the other color? Azure Afternoon. Like that. And then this circle we'll put on with dimensionals. So it's going to go like that. We'll use some dimensionals on this as well. Now, let me think about what I'm going to do with ribbon. to take, so this is it's bubble bath ribbon. So I think I'm going to just take about 12 inches or so. And I'm going to zigzag it underneath my, so I'm just going to take some Stampin' Seal and just kind of put on there. And we will just zigzag this up and down. Oops, up and down like that. And put that over top like that. Oh, I think I got too much here. That's better. Okay, trim that off. Okay, now all I need left for the front anyway, some embellishments and my sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp my sentiment in Tuxedo Black. So I think I said 3/4 of an inch by 2, but the sentiment is, hey Peg. Oh, this paper, oh my gosh, Peg is so absolutely stunning paper. And if you don't like all the birds and stuff, the back side of the paper is really pretty too. This one I think was the Lost Lagoon with kind of leaves on it, which I've used a lot. All right, again, because it's what I do, I fussy cut my sentiment. If you don't like to do that, just gotta cut a little square or rectangle. So I'm gonna just put it right on there. This, oh, okay. I'm not a typical, blue and pink kind of person, but this boho blue and bubble bath has been calling my name, probably because I'm inspired by the designer series paper. Now, I pulled out, I don't know if you've noticed these. These are the rainbow adhesive back dots. They are part of the, I think it's called Lighter Than Air. I think that's the hot air balloon bundle, or sweet, actually is sweet. And so this is the embellishment that come with that. And they're great because look at all the different colors that you get in this. And of course there's bubble baths. So how could I not decide to use these? I'll just put one there. And then all I need is something on the inside of the card. And if I'd thought about it, I could have cut a piece of the designer series paper. And find a block. There's a block. There are these 3 little kind of sets of dots. So we'll just take and stamp those on the inside of the card. And because I've used Tuxedo Black, I'm just going to use that. I have it out. There. And we will just take and put that on the inside of the card. Oh, thanks, Pam. Thanks for joining me. All right, so here's my sketch. Oops. Kept it pretty close to being the same. Just my sketch is a little bit different, or my sentiment is just moved over a little bit just because I didn't want to cover up that beautiful nest that I've got on my card. So this is going to be a wedding card. So you could use it, make great baby cards too, I think, with those colors, or just because the sentiments are gorgeous on it. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for joining me early. Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I'm back to my normal 2 o'clock Pacific timetable for a technique. I think what I'm going to do, last week I did a retiform card and people were asking what the difference between retiform and collage is. So I thought what I would do tomorrow is make a collage card and then show you the difference between the two. Collage is, I think, a lot easier. Not that the retiform's hard, it's just a little bit more finicky. So I think that's what I will do tomorrow, is a collage card. So hopefully you can join me at 2 o'clock Pacific. And then Thursday I will be live at, I think, 2 o'clock as well. It's supposed to be a snow day, so it's going to be a good day for me to be in my craft room. Yeah, be a mystery challenge. I'm not sure what it'll be. Maybe a tic-tac-toe. We'll see if I get that organized. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and you're coming in through YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notified. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the products that I've used, you can click underneath this video to my online store and grab them before they're gone. Thanks for joining me. Happy stamping, everybody. Bye.